Itong si Klein Uy who just entered this game for the first time.
Yeah, so give credit to J.K. Bernabe, who actually forced that turnover because of his defense.
Bernabe couldn't hit that jumper. A chance to run here by the light shirts.
Look at the light shirts.
7-6 is the score. Mawawala sa kanila ang bola dito. Coach Pancho, meron ka bang naaalala dyan sa uniform na yan? Red, yellow and red?
Sa yellow and red, marami.
Yan.
Actually. Maraming schools na may ganyan.
Specifically what?
Yes,
Yeah.
siyempre. Yung Mapua.
Yan.
Right. And also, yung team din na pinanggalingan ko prior sa Mapua. San Sebastian.
San Sebastian.
Yeah. So, actually, red and gold.
Yes.
Red and gold. But siyempre, similar itong jersey na to. Kaya, sana, marami rin silang ma-produce. And I'm hoping na marami rin mapunta sa mga UAAP schools, sa mga top schools programs.
Oh, for all of the teams yun na sumali sa Milku. Yun naman ang goal. Lalong-lalo na for the teams like itong Santa Clara and lalo sa WANBOL, no? Galing pa silang Nueva Ecija.
Oo.
That's why they are here playing in Manila.
Right.
No, extending yung kanilang reach para naman itong mga players nila merong ma-discover na mga players as we see here. Coach, this Bernabe attack, nice dish. Tough basket. Finish by Jamir Gamis.
Yeah, that was a thing of beauty. That two-man game that was displayed earlier.
Again, that was big to small.
Oo.
Yun, dami nating nakikitang ganun ngayon, no, Coach Pancho. Usually, big to small lang, or small to big ang nakikita natin. Pero yung mga big man now making the right reads, the right place.
Yeah, credits to the coaches as well. So the way they develop their players, again, acknowledging that the basketball is different right now in this era, positionless. Big men can bring down the ball. Small guys can play underneath na. So,
Three-pointer drops para dito sa Santa Clara, giving him a 2-point lead. And that is a rare point opportunity. Estabilio all smiles. Nakakuha pa ng foul.
Yeah, so the defense was caught sleeping that time. And late yung closed out doon. And there was indeed a contact.
Again, our first look of our possible 4-point play. Nabawi agad yung 3-pointer na yun ng Santa Clara. Let's see if we can add one more. We'll complete our first 4-point play. You're holding your breath there,
Yes.
Coach Pancho.
Congratulations, Baron. Hindi ka pa inahiya ni Estabilio.
Hindi tayo papahiya ni Charles Estabilio. Mga naging kaibigan natin yan. As again, I have witnessed their careers, no, yung kanilang mga performances in other leagues. And of course, para dito sa Santa Clara, hindi na rin akong kumilala ng mga players na masusubaybayan natin dito sa kanilang run in Milku. And of course, no, sa mga other leagues sa kanilang sasalihan.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know what, Baron, I'm happy for you that you're experiencing, covering these games, being a witness to the growing development of these young players as you covered different basketball leagues. So, nadadala mo siya and then nagagamit mo siya just like this dito sa ating Milku coverage as we saw that hard challenge that time for by that one-ball player.
I believe that is Bernabe. Talastas was called for that one.
Talagang not giving up. No easy basket. Yeah.
As Aquino will be at the line. Kanina siya yung nakakuha ng 3-pointer para dito sa kanila. 12-10 ang ating score. Mintis nga lang yung free throw. That time, making 1 out of 2. So far, Coach Pancho, ayoko na namang i-spoil to. No? Dikit na naman tayo.
Yeah.
As we are nearing the 4-minute mark. Tignan natin kung magtutuloy-tuloy tayo dahil yung 3 games na na-cover natin, all blowouts. Pero sobrang gaganda naman. Kahit blowouts, we have witnessed individual talents, good team play. Kaya yung mga nanalo kanina, they really deserve to be each in dun sa ating Elite 8.
Yes, and dun sa mga natalo naman, hindi pa huli ang lahat dahil may chance pa rin silang makapasok sa semifinals via the classification round. So, basketball never stops.
Basketball never stops. Indeed, 12-11 ang ating score. Looking for that dish. Back and forth tayo dito. Nakakuha ng buwelo. Ito nga, Santa Clara using that strength that they have. 13-12. Okay, dikit tayo dito opening. Here's Prince Talastas. Couldn't get that basket now. A running start. Here's Aquino. Kala ko papasok pa yun. But a good job for this guard na challenging the defense of that player coming from WANBOL. Balik na naman siya sa free throw area.
Yeah, so as you can see, itong WANBOL players dito, WANBOL Guimba, talaga not giving any easy shots dito. Talaga, they always contest those shots, which is the right thing to do. But for the SUNROCKS construction, you know, since they are getting fouled by those hard drives, which is a good thing, they need to they need to convert their free throws.
Yan na naman tayo sa free throw stories na yan. And again, if this game gets close, babalikan natin to, Coach Pancho. Akong bahala. I will keep track dyan sa, kasi ako kapag nagko-cover ako, I also take track dyan sa free throws na yun, lalo na when things get close. Because free throw, Coach Pancho, correct me if I'm wrong, builds rhythm builds rhythm, builds momentum.
Yeah, and that's also a game changer, especially when it comes to close ball game. So after a ball game, una ko tinitignan as a coach and as a panelist, yung free throws percentage sa stat sheet. Titignan ko kung ilan yung percentage, ilan yung attempts, ilan yung made. Lalo pag close game, pagka the game is decided by 2-3 points, yun ang titignan ko kung ilan yung minutes
dikit
nila.
no?
Yeah.
Kasi I've covered games like they lost by 9 points but missed 10 free throws. So what does it say about the performance nung kanilang team? If only they made their free throws.
That could have changed the complexion of the ball game.
Exactly, Coach Pancho. 14-13 is the score. Still, makakakuha ng opportunity itong Santa Clara. Obviously, size-wise, Coach, lamang ang WANBOL dito. But the effort, yung energy, yung kagustuhan makakuha ng second chance points na pupunta sa Santa Clara early on.
Yes, yun yung edge naman dito. And all players are consistently moving. But on the transition play, eto, big man ng WANBOL ang nag-finish. Itong si JK Bernabe.
Getting that steal, kala ko idadakdak ni Bernabe, but still using his soft touch for the finish. Another look of this JK Bernabe delivery. Arriving just in time para din sa team WANBOL Guimba. Up by 3, 16-13, 2 minutes 30 remaining in the opening quarter. Three-point lead para dito sa WANBOL Guimba. But so far, itong Santa Clara, no, keeping in pace. And if you're on the lower side of things, no, Coach, lower seed, ito yung gusto mo, just be on striking distance.
Yes.
No, wag mong masyadong palayuin yung laro dito against a team like WANBOL.
Right, and tama yun. And on the other side naman, itong WANBOL, you know, should not be complacent because yun nga, dahil close ball game, anything's possible, anyone can happen, momentum shifting plays, you know, so basketball is a game of possessions. The more possessions that you have, the more chance of scoring. Yun naman talaga yung logic, yun naman talaga yung ano ng basketball.
Penalty situation para dito sa Santa Clara. Jamir Games, I should say. Maganda yung kanyang simula dito. As that first free throw drops, we would like to thank everyone na nanonood sa ating coverage via Filipinas Live app, Milko Sports, Facebook and YouTube, and of course sa Tiebreaker Times Facebook. Sumilip ako kanina dyan sa Tiebreaker Times Facebook. Naka-live nga tayo, Coach Pancho.
Yes, naka-live tayo, and kanina humapyaw ako. Nasa 10K na tayo. Viewers, grabe.
18-13 is the score. A 5-point advantage. A 3-bomb has been detonated. Villanueva scores off that 3.
Wow. Look at that big man with a sweet shooting touch from beyond the arc.
Down by 2 points. Ito nga Santa Clara. Here's Bernabe. loves to attack. Ito nga si JK Bernabe, but as I cover him, no, as we see this three once again by Villanueva, just that's sniping it down. For Bernabe, he's much effective driving in instead of shooting. And I would love to call that the Kevin Durant effect. No, a big player that, you know, settles in for the outside shot. Makakakuha naman sila ng opportunity. I spoke too soon. Fast break opportunity for the guys in yellow.
Ang bilis makababa ng mga blue shirts.
Looks to answer with a three of their own. That's back-to-back hits. Aquino once again, nakakadalawa na yan, Coach Pancho.
We're being treated for a shootout here dito sa first quarter alone between WANBOL and Santa Clara.
Kailangan nating umilag, Coach. Matatamaan tayo sa shootout na to. Ino Garcia, first attempt, didn't go in. Another chance to run. Here's Salen for the score.
Yeah, they have the mini run right here dito for the Santa Clara SUNROCKS.
I believe it is an 8-0 run. 18-13 tayo kanina, Coach. At biglang bumulusok, dalawang three-pointer, and that finish by Salen and looking to silence them. As scoring that time, itong si Gian Ramil.
Alright, so maganda yung flow natin dito. Exchanges of baskets. And, you know, yung energy for both teams, kitang-kita natin dito.
And that is all she wrote sa ating opening quarter. Successful tayo, Coach Pancho. Safe to say, this is the closest game we have seen in our 4-game schedule na magkasama tayo. 1-point lead para dito sa Santa Clara.
Yeah, as we see the first quarter highlights. So far, the closest game that as you mentioned. But again, lots of outside shots, outside sniping, lots of fast break layups are given and happen in this first quarter as we take a look at those finishes, those daredevil drives, and those are the things that we need to watch out for coming into the second quarter. So that our score here at the end of first quarter, Baron, is
21-20 is our score. Magbabalik tayo sa Milko Sports Got Skills Under 16.
You are still tuned in here at Milko Sports Got Skills Basketball Talent ID 2026. We are now in our fourth battle of the day. Santa Clara x SUNROCKS versus Team WANBOL GUIMBA. Coach John Marvin Gatchalian or Coach Popsy is the head coach of Team WANBOL GUIMBA, says that they are stable and ready. Nasabi nga ni Coach na upon reviewing their previous games, mas pinaghandaan nga raw nila ang kanilang depensa at ang laro nila sa araw na ito. Dagdag pa niya, ready nga raw sila at mas kampante nga raw ang Team WANBOL dahil sa mga naging preparation sila netong nakaraang linggo. Sabi niya pa, dodoblehin nga daw nila ang kayang ibigay ng Santa Clara ngayong araw para manalo sila sa larong ito. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Lorraine. Our third member sa ating panel for today. These two teams, Coach Pancho, really needing to work double. And the three-point bombs still goes in para dito sa Santa Clara, our first three of the second.
so lots. What a way to start the second quarter by, you know, giving that triple by the SUNROCKS construction. But ito, triple baka mo. Ito, and one play naman dito for JK Bernabe.
See on this drive attempt, makikita lurking on the paint itong si JK Bernabe. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa iyo, Coach. He has a tendency kasi to settle from the outside, but he has that length, he has that touch. Kaya naman niya mag-dominate inside, and look at that. Opportunity for the three-point play opportunity. Makakakuha sila ng another opportunity for that attempt. Taken away here, a 3-on-3 break. Goes for the finish. Couldn't hit. Reset ang Santa Clara. I believe they have what, Coach? 5 3-pointers already in this first half of action. Seems to be working yung outside shots ng Santa Clara. Talagang nagpapakilala sa atin dito na nakakalimutan natin sila yung number 4 dun sa kanilang bracket.
Yeah, but the way they're playing right now, it seems to be is parang hindi sila yung number 4 dito. But ito, yung transition ng WANBOL Guimba. Yun naman yung advantage nila. Yun yung edge nila dito because kahit malalaki sila, lahat tumatakbo.
At alam naman natin, isa rin pala coach as we see here on the replay bago ko kumpletuhin yung point. Merong, I believe, on that second swipe. Kasi nung una hindi nawala, pero on the second nakuha. Caught an arm. And again, going back to my point, one of the things here, coach, na na-enjoy ko din as I cover games dito sa aking sportscasting career, yung different types of basketball. Like we're seeing Nueva Ecija type of basketball na naidadala nila into a bigger stage. So it's nice to see yung comparison ng styles. Yung mga taga Manila, iba yung laro sa mga, let's say, taga WANBOL, taga Nueva Ecija, iba din yung basketball sa Pampanga. And that's the beauty of the sport.
Yeah, that's why it is, they are very fortunate na merong Milko Sports Got Skills Basketball Tournament. Dito nila matetest yung brand of play nila from their provinces. Kung doon, nagda-dominate sila and then dito, bababa sila dito sa Manila to test and see what type of competition they are facing. And so far, so good because regardless if matalo man sila, may natututunan sila pagbalik dun sa lugar nila. For example, like Nueva Ecija, pag sila lumaban ulit dun, yung team ng WANBOL sa Nueva Ecija, mas solid yung lineup, yung magiging performance nila for sure because sa dami ng natutunan nila dito. Alam mo, nag-improve ang mga bata, ang mga teams, whether bata or pro, sa number of games. The more games you play, the more learnings that you will gain.
Kasi marami kang mga ma-experience, no? Na mas matututunan ka mag-adjust on the fly. And speaking of which, naka-leak out siya, malakas. Offensive rebound, nakakuha pa ng foul on that attempt. Itong si ADO, Andrew De Ocampo.
Yeah, so, both teams dito, WANBOL and Santa Clara SUNROCKS, similar style of play. If the WANBOL Guimba can run, Santa Clara SUNROCKS can run also. If they can shoot from the outside, the other team can shoot from the outside as well.
Kaya dikit tayo dito, coach.
Yes.
So far, both teams, kumbaga, handled their weapons well. And yung mga weapons nila gumagana so far dito sa ating first half of action. And for Santa Clara, if again, they're based in Manila, syempre they have this mindset na kailangan protektahan natin. Sila yung dayo dito eh. So kailangan ipakita natin na hindi sila pwedeng dumayo dito at mananalo sila ng ganun-ganun lang.
Oh, and then of course they are being taught to play with pride as early as possible in their young careers. As we can see some of the families and friends ng ating aspirants na naglalaro dito sa 16 under Milko Sports.
Goes for that sprint traveling ang itatawag dito kay Prince Talastas.
Oo, bumangga siya sa kakampi niya si Gamis.
Oo. Parang ibang screen ata yung nagamit doon.
Yeah, I was trying to do a core touch screen kaso hindi maganda yung pagkakaplanta nun eh.
Core touch screen but not really. Parang ganun.
Yun yung intention no?
24 all tayo dito, coach. 7 minutes 20 remaining. Offensive foul naman on the other side.
Right. Yun naman, moving screen. Oo.
So parang nakikita ko dito, Coach Pancho, as early as 7 minutes 13, parang yung size and length advantage ng WANBOL na neutralize nitong Santa Clara because we are seeing that they are the much smaller team and so far nakikita natin kung sino yung mas maliit na team nagkakaroon ng difficulty sa ating 3 games together but grabe naman man-neutralize nitong Santa Clara yung mga atake ng WANBOL.
Yes, and to that point because si Gamis and si Bernabe ng WANBOL is big men because of the height. But yung style of play nila, as you compare, di ba, parang Kevin Durant nga, na lumalaro sa labas na may perimeter shooting. So, mas nag-i-stay sila outside the shaded lane.
A score by Santa Clara. Ito na nga. What you can do, I can do better. Gamis with the answer after the Jerry Cornell basket.
Yeah, that was a great middle drive penetration that time. Nakita niya open na open yung middle. Hindi ininda yung pagbangga.
Open shot for 3.
Good line.
Oh, good line but just a miss. Estabilio with a leak out.
Yeah, this is how Charles Estabilio can hurt you. With these long strides, ang bilis niyang makababa.
Lalaki ng hakbang din eh. Tapos may soft touch pa from that free throw area. Erased That time, no sir.
Right, great help defense that time. But again, counter steal.
Look at the effort. Kahit na butata, talagang humabol pa din. A 3-bomb. Too strong. Another opportunity para dito sa Santa Clara. Through traffic. Second chance points para kay Villanueva.
Yeah, Villanueva, knowing that he has his heft and size advantage underneath, talagang he bulldozes his way. Alam niya si Gamis tsaka si Bernabe, medyo hindi sanay sa mga contacts.
Kaya nga, 28 all, coach. Talagang ayaw mag-let up nitong dalawa na to. As you can see, let's see that rejection.
Wow.
Met him at the apex. 28 all, 5 minutes 35 remaining. A good matchup, 1 versus 4. Estabilio once again. Ganda ng laro ni Charles.
Yeah, talagang inatake niya yung baseline doon. Itong si number 22 ng SUNROCKS, binigay yung baseline.
Si Aquino
Aquino.
decides to give that baseline. Sabi ni Estabilio, I will oblige. Will score. Another run, Bernabe. Estabilio again. Oh, I should say, that's Ino Garcia.
Right, from big to small.
Again. Can Ino Garcia can push the pace para dito sa one ball. And now you seen it, coach, na siya ang nag-dictate ng tempo and a back shot for that 3. Jerry Cornell has 5 points already.
Right, so the usual drive and kick action dito ng SUNROCKS Construction Santa Clara talagang so far has been successful.
Looking to answer itong si Ramil. That was off the line. Carving some space, no good. Another opportunity, di pa papasok.
Oo.
One ball up by 1. Looking to take the lead back itong Santa Clara. Cornell will be fouled during that attempt.
Yeah, but before that foul, maganda sana yung transition defense. Ang bilis makababa ng blue shirts.
Yun yung napansin mo talaga, coach, no? Not giving itong Santa Clara an easy way on the basket. Talagang ang bilis ng baba ng mga players dito from WANBOL GUIMBA.
Yes, because they knew how quick the yellow shirts are.
Will carve some space. Fakes 3 defenders.
He was triple teamed.
Oo. Vesagas, if we are correct here sa ating listahan, will be at the line. Oh, Vesagas nga.
Yeah, look at the real estate that he is taking inside the shaded lane, no? Yung espasyo na kinukuha niya.
At ang importante, pasok yung free throw. Pasok yung unang attempt right there.
And make it 2 for 2.
2 for 2. Itong si Vesagas.
Grabe, no? Dikit pa rin tayo dito.
Yes. Yun ang mga gusto natin as Ramil. Di pa rin makahanap ng butas. Put back is in. What a game by Charles Estabilio.
Yeah, he's taking charge right now. Talagang what he started sa first quarter, he still continues to deliver here sa second quarter.
Yung 4-point play ata, coach, ang nagpagana sa kanya. Look at that pass, letting the defense commit with the finish. Itong si Villanueva.
Yeah, naiiwan dun yung si number 14. Itong si Bernabe.
Oo.
Mag-isa, but look at that.
Kala ko papasok yung reverse layup ni Gian Ramil. And we have seen so far na we have seen defense, coach, as we see here. Look at this commitment and the last pass. That was Aquino and the Villanueva. Wala talagang gustong bumitaw, coach.
Right.
As early as now, and that's what you want to see dito, no? And again, this is a testament dun sa sinabi natin all throughout our broadcast together, yung na-establish natin. It's all about the matchups, not about the standings.
Oh, there's a lane violation.
Isa pa. So magkakaroon pa ng pagkakataon itong si Ramil to give them a lead. 35 all is the score dito sa round of 16. Milko Sports got skills under 16
Another
division.
one.
Pero counted daw,
Counted
sabi ng
na.
ating referee.
Yeah. So they're so eager to get that rebound.
3 minutes 20 to go. Let's see how will Santa Clara respond. 1-point advantage. Carving some space itong si Vesagas. Isa pa, looking to challenge itong si Bernabe. 1 power dribble. Yung drive and kick na yan, I thought that would be a good line. bola babalik dito sa Santa Clara.
Yeah. So ito si Besagas and si number 10. Si Besagas at itong isa, number 16 ng
Oo.
SUNROCKS, parehas malalapad.
Kumbaga
So,
nakakakuha ng espasyo, coach, no?
Oo, malaki yung frontline nito ng SUNROCKS Construction.
So if that's the case, if you are one ball, you need to push the pace.
Yes.
Because looking at their lineup, they are the more thinner lineup but quicker. Here's Bernabe for 3. He will not convert on that shot. Smallest man on the court grabs the rebound and now will push the pace. Itong si Conel. Extra pass, fakes, Besagas for 2. Bilis ng responde ni Besagas. 37-36, 1 point lead para sa Santa Clara. One ball looking to regain the lead. Bernabe almost traveled. Extra pass. Muntik nang makapasok ng end one.
Yeah. So, but almost a turnover dun. A little bit of hesitation. Dun usually nagkakaroon ng turnover, but nevertheless, he was able to recover that time.
You know, yung hesitation na yun, pero nakahanap pa at the last second ng pasa. Itong si Bernabe. Prince Talastas has played well for this one ball Guimba squad. I remember covering a game where he went berserk in the fourth quarter, saving their season, defeating their rivals in the North Luzon, Central Luzon, I should say, Pampanga.
Yep, Central Luzon.
Yan, naka-play ng big game yan, si Prince Talastas. And let's see if he can continue to have that good game.
Yeah. So far, I'm so impressed, Baron. Both teams has done a good job sa kanilang free throws. Ngayon ako nakakakita early on ng mga 2 for 2 madalas so far. And,
sa mga na-cover natin so far.
Yeah.
And hoping that trend will continue. Ino Garcia sends it out. Goes for that one-stop jumper. Itong si Talastas. Besagas secures the rebound. Now the big man pushing the pace. Kian Besagas sends it out. Open. 3.
Oh,
sayang
almost.
yan para kay Conel. Again, carving some space. Ayun na. Pagbaba talaga ng shoulder. Doon talaga laging natatawagan, Coach Patrick.
Yeah, and also he lost his footing that time, but great defensive stance right there.
Nazareno will be called for that foul.
So both teams are in the penalty, 1 minute and 35 seconds left. So that's why medyo bumagal tayo dito second quarter because lots of fouls has been called. That's why lots of free throw attempts has been made.
1 minute 35 remaining. Parehong team giving their defense pero pareho nakakabawi. Look at that read by Besagas. Someone is open on the left, decides not to pass it. Here's Kian through contact. Should have at least coach pass it to the guard running on the left.
Right. So great job right there also for sacrificing his body, taking that charge.
Alam na yun yung gagawin, coach, no? Na-anticipate ng defender right there. What will happen? I believe that was Talastas making that charge.
Sayang, they had the numbers that time.
Ooh. Nice spin by Prince. It was taken away by Besagas and now on the run. Tatakbo ngayon, ADO, Andrew De Ocampo. Couldn't get that basket through bump and that shot hindi papasok para kay Charles Pernia.
Right. So back-to-back steals dito para kay Besagas that started that transition play. But again, the blue shirts were able to keep up and get back on the. But there was some contacts right there. So 2 free throws for number 7, itong si Charles Pernia.
Mintis yung kanyang una. Papagalitan ka ni Coach Pancho kapag ganyan.
Sana ipasok niya ngayon.
Kundi, laps ba yan, Coach? Kapag nagmintes, laps ba yan?
Oo.
Ayaw.
Nevertheless, it's a tied ball game once again.
40 or 38 all ang ating score dito. 50 seconds remaining dito sa ating first half of action. What a drive. Just a miss. Follow-up. Won't fall para dito sa kampo ng one ball. Spins. Traveling naman ay itatawag ng ating referees.
Yeah, sayang nga. 2 offensive rebounds right there. For Miklat using his long arms, but he lost his footing that time. So ito, may timeout tayo dito.
Nice pass, fake, shoot, score para dito kay Besagas. Tied at 38, 41.1 seconds remaining sa ating first half of action. 38 seconds remaining dito. 38 all, I should say. 41.1 seconds remaining dito, coach. No, dikit pa rin.
Dikit pa rin, di ba?
Dikit pa rin tayo dito. So we are now seeing these two teams play their best. And siguro so far yung ating 3-game na blowout, kota na siguro tayong dalawa doon. Mabibigyan tayo ngayon ng pagkakataon for some close basketball action. 38 all ang ating score dito. Now a run para dito sa WANBOL after that Santa Clara attempt.
Yeah, but right now they're settling for some half-court sets. Let's see.
Nice extra pass. Miklat couldn't finish.
Yeah.
Sayang, nakalusot na yung napakagandang pasa na yon.
Sayang yun. And then, ito, mabibigyan tuloy na pagkakataon itong Santa Clara SUNROCKS for a chance to end the quarter.
Let's see here with 6 seconds to go. Tawagan ng foul.
Free throw time yan.
So, Ino Garcia tatawagan ng foul on that swipe.
Oh, mental lapse right there for Garcia.
So let's see if Gerald Aquino can give them a lead as we approach halftime. Hindi. On that first, that's a miss. So if he makes this, Coach Pancho, one ball, may pagkakataon pa, 5.3 seconds, marami pang oras yan.
Yes, oo. And knowing their style of play, tatakbo agad yan.
Makes that
Quick
one.
outlet. But they will use their timeout.
Will opt for or will plan this through. Itong WANBOL GUIMBA down by 139 to 38, 5.3 seconds to go. Lot of options for them to get the last shot. Tignan natin kung sinong magte-take when we return. .3. Tingnan natin kung ano yung napag-usapan ng WANBOL doon. Baseline inbound. 4 seconds to go. They will lose the possession. Will not have a shot there. Kahit pumasok, hindi counted yon. Just way before the buzzer. It's official, Coach Pancho. The closest game we've had so far. Entering halftime, Santa Clara pa rin ang may lamang.
Yeah, so a slight edge right here for Santa Clara as we are seeing the second quarter highlights. It's been an evenly match-up ball game. Talagang toe-to-toe. Yung laban natin dito, walang nagpapalamang and then lahat talaga nagkakaroon ng momentum, nagkakaroon ng runs. That's why exciting itong first half natin. So what I'm after after of this game is their adjustment coming into the second half. But our halftime score, Baron, is
39 to 38. Milko Sports, Got Skills, under 16 will be right back. Marami tayong aabangan dito sa Milko, Coach Pancho. We have a lot of tournaments right in our hands. Pero dito muna tayo mag-focus sa loob ng West Green Hills Basketball Court in San Juan City. Round of 16, Milko Sports, Got Skills, Under 16, Baron Mercado, Coach Pancho Alfonso. Coach, you have the stats. Dikit na dikit tayo. Saan kaya naglumamang ang Santa Clara dito?
Yeah, lumabang ang Santa Clara dito because of their, second chance points. Doon. A little bit lang, a little bit. Kasi nga, halos lahat ng statistical departments dikit. Halos lahat, parehas. But the second chance points lang medyo lumamang dito yung Santa Clara. But ito namang Team WANBOL, they have the edge when it comes to fast break points. And yun naman, comparison naman yung bench points, mas tumikada yung bench players ng Santa Clara over the WANBOL Guimba.
Laki ng advantage, Coach, no? 18-point advantage.
Yeah.
Para dito sa kampo ng Santa Clara.
Exactly. And ito sa WANBOL Guimba, ang nanguna rito is si Jemir Gamis at si Charles Estabilio. While for the Santa Clara naman, si Jeric Conel, 7 points, and also si Villanueva.
Scoring big.
Yeah.
Ito rin si
Gerald
Aquino. Oo,
Oo.
8 points.
Yep.
Itong
So,
si Aquino, Villanueva.
yun yung titignan natin dito.
Maganda yung kanilang performance dalawa.
But lahat nagko-contribute. Lahat nakascore dito. Lahat ng players. Almost.
Almost, no?
Yep.
Out of what? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 11. Out of the 11 players, 10 ang nakascore na naipasok para dito sa Santa Clara. Meanwhile, for WANBOL Guimba, meron silang dalawang double-digit scorer. But the rest, 2 points, 4 points lang, Coach.
Right, and yung biggest lead natin dito is 5 points. Ganito ka-close tong laban natin dito. So, what I'm expecting here for both teams, yung kanilang adjustments dito, especially third quarter is one of the most crucial quarter for every ball game. This is where the adjustments will happen. This is where, the momentum shifts.
Seth Villanueva scores his 9th point of that turnaround jumper. Gives Santa Clara a 1-point lead. No, parang ganun pa rin tayo, Coach. No, 21-20 tayo natapos. Pagdating ng second quarter, 39-38. So 19-18 yung naging score natin ng second quarter. Dikit na dikit pa rin.
Dikit. Right.
WANBOL now having a 1-point lead. Nakakuha ng buwelo. A miss right there para kay Vesagas.
But his shot was bothered by Estabilio that time.
Estabilio passes it to his teammate inside. Will have another opportunity. I believe this is Gamis. Looking to add more points. Looking to approach the 15-point mark. Kapag napatalon ka talaga sa fake, Coach Pancho, pag angat mo, foul talaga lagi.
Yeah, especially pag ganyan kalalaki. yung bantay mo.
Speaking of free throws, Coach, ako na titingin ng stats
Yes.
for you. Make it a 13 out of 16
That's a good stat.
para dito sa WANBOL. 6 out of, or I should say 5 out of 12 naman
Oo.
para dito sa Santa Clara.
Yeah, so WANBOL Guimba, 80% sa free throws. Maganda yon, mataas yon. And ito naman Santa Clara, SUNROCKS. Maganda yung free throw percentage nila ng first quarter. Pero yung patapos na second quarter, doon nagsimulan nagmintis eh.
Pero babawi ang Santa Clara, Coach, on the 3-point area. 6 out of 14.
So that's why close tayo dito eh.
Missing their free throws but hitting their threes naman. Yun naman ang story for Santa Clara. An outlet pass. It is anticipated. Nice read right there by Jeric Conel.
Yeah, using his quickness right there. He knows for the ball niya.
A good matchup dito kay Conel at saka itong si Ino Garcia. Two of the more quicker players for these two teams. Merong foul na itatawag ang ating referees. Villanueva will be called for his second personal foul. 9 points na itong si Villanueva. Here's J.K. Bernabe.
Yeah, taking flight right there. Kita mo yung buwelo.
Again, that's how effective he is, Coach. Instead of settling for the outside shot, he does things like this.
Look at that finish by J.K. Bernabe and getting in contact as well.
Bernabe with at least 6 points on our count. Ito na, Coach, no? Largest lead of the game. points.
Agree mo yun. Largest na yun, so
Largest
far.
na yan. And
Oo.
nakita ko we have at least 15 lead changes.
Yes.
And 9 times tayong tumabla.
Oo.
Ganun ka ganda, ganun ka dikit
Right.
ang ating laban for today.
Yeah, that's how exciting this game is. And of course, one team wants to advance to the Elite 8 and avoid the classification.
As I look at our first 4 games, Coach Pancho, just to give everyone some information lang, yung unang 3 nating laro, 1 lead change lang. Pero this time we have 15 lead changes, so that goes to show the effort of the players. Prince Talastas, speaking of effort, gives us our largest lead of the game at 7.
Yes, so slowly but surely they're starting to pull away. But let's see if makaka-retaliate, maka-counter itong Santa Clara SUNROCKS.
48 to 41. Referees will call a whistle, I believe. Offensive foul. Look at Prince Talastas. Nakakuha, but someone from the side nitong Santa Clara, coach, 4 personal fouls na. Talastas, extra pass, nice fight to Estabilio. Second time is good. And WANBOL GUIMBA now starting to make some space, starting to distance themselves against this pesky Santa Clara squad. Look at that play, Estabilio, coach.
Yeah, unselfish play, driving hard, giving out some great dimes inside the shaded lane, and more importantly, they were able to create a run, which is rare na hindi natin nakita nung first half.
9-point lead, 5:42 remaining in the third. Nine-point lead para dito sa WANBOL GUIMBA. Now with 5:42 remaining, they're now starting to distance themselves, Coach Pancho, dito sa ating laro as well, no? Dito sa ating third quarter. And to your point, this is the most critical quarter in all close games of basketball.
Yeah, because sa third quarter, doon nagbi-build yung momentum, and doon makikita yung adjustments na ginawa ng bawat teams after ng halftime.
And it also a challenge din sa mga coaches na kung gaano sila kabilis magresponde and to make those adjustments. And so far, WANBOL has been having this advantage, a 9-point lead, 3-possession ball game.
And also one big factor here for the Santa Clara SUNROCKS. Ayan, narinig natin 4 personal fouls na kagad dito.
Villanueva.
Si Villanueva. And yung team fouls, penalty agad dito ang SUNROCKS Santa Clara. And unfortunate yun, unfortunate development yun for Santa Clara because marami pa tayong oras, 5 and 11. And then you're in the penalty agad while yung WANBOL, 1 team foul pa lang. That's how disciplined they are.
And to make matters worse para dito sa Santa Clara, Villanueva called for his fourth. Isa yan, coach, sa mga umaarangkada.
Yeah.
Para dito sa kanilang kumpanan. Him, tsaka itong sila Vesagas,
Tsaka
no?
si Aquino.
Aquino, sila. Yung nakakapuntos. As a Jacinto Parchamento only scoring his 4th point of the game after scoring, 20 last game.
Yeah, that was a much-needed basket. Bumaba uli sa single digit. Kasi kung hindi, double digit na lamang nun. And momentum na naman for
Estabilio
WANBOL.
with that finish. Nice find by Talastas. So the Talastas-Estabilio connection already online as early or as we are in the third quarter.
16 points na kagad dito sa Estabilio. And look at that, the defense, they continue to contest those shots kasi why namimintis.
Bernabe will be called for a dribbling
Ako
violation.
nagigil.
Oo.
Nakita niya kasi yung driving lane open.
For Estabilio, coach, 15 points na siya dito to your count. Ang malupit doon, wala sa kanyang called na plays, I believe. He only scores because nakaka-drive lang siya, nakaka-cut. Always at the right place at the right time itong si Estabilio, but Aquino scores that too.
Si Estabilio, as you pointed out, his points majority coming out base from reads.
And those offensive rebounds sana, di nga lang niya makukuha. 54-45, threads the needle of that pass. Extra one, that will be successful as Jerick Cornell scores another.
Yeah, so they need more of that. So just down to 7 for Santa Clara SUNROCKS. So nakaka-gain sila ng momentum dito. But they need to make a stop.
A critical juncture for them dito sa ating third quarter, needing to make a stop. Talastas with the spin and the finish.
Wow, what a pirouette that time. What a spin move.
And that's his offhand, Coach Pancho.
Yeah.
Nice to see him finishing using the left. Door was shot. Balik dito kay Vesagas. Sends it on the right side. Goes for that attack, shoots and scores again. Ito si Jerick Cornell.
Yeah, the usual drive and kick action. Still successful for the Santa Clara. What they need to improve here is their defense.
As we are approaching the final 3 dito sa ating third quarter, Bernabe will give it to Ino. Garcia drops an opponent. Merong foul na itatawag.
Yeah, offensive foul right there.
Will be called for that one. Gamis will be called for that foul. Was it a moving screen? But tignan muna natin to. Talastas.
Wow. Eluding the defenders. Eluding the yellow shirts inside the shaded lane.
Ganda tignan nung move na yun ni Prince Talastas.
Oh.
Yun one of the players na talagang aasahan mo for this WANBOL GUIMBA squad.
Perfect anticipation.
And now to make a counter to si Ramil, but Talastas was ready to cover that up. Hindi nga lang makakashoot ng or di nga makakuha ng opportunity, I should say, to shoot that basket itong si Talastas.
Yeah, but nevertheless, the possession goes back to WANBOL GUIMBA.
Lupig has re-entered the game looking to score his first 2 points. Sayang yung baseline play na yun. A chance to run for Santa Clara, cutting the lead to 5. Sayang yung kay Jerick Cornell. And now a chance to run, to answer, a quick cross, a better read, a better steal.
That's a violation.
Oo.
Di pa siya nakaka-establish sa loob ng court. But great effort right there by that small guy.
Oh, ADO, Andre De Ocampo was able to almost complete that steal. Pero pito pa rin ang kanilang hinahabol dito with 2:21 to go. Creates that space, sends it in that short side corner, creating, making that one. Lupig scores his first 2.
Yeah, that was a great up and under move. That's a big man right there.
58-49 ang ating score. Will not complete that one. Itong si ADO. But will be back at the line as De Ocampo still looks for his first free throw, Coach Pancho.
Yeah, ngayon lang sila nakavisit ng free throw dito. That's for Andrew De Ocampo. Andrew De Ocampo, one of the most consistent, aggressive guy dito for Santa Clara SUNROCKS construction. But
Di pa
again,
rin
free throws.
makakahanap ng butas doon. Itong si Andrew De Ocampo, 0 out of 3 for him. 0 out of 4.
Pa rin.
Could have cut it to at least 7. And now Estabilio makakahanap ng buwelo. Splits that defense in half.
Yeah. Again, middle drive, wide open. Don't give that to Estabilio. He will punish you.
Again, he scores off that one. Walang play na tinawag sa kanya, Coach. Sabi mo nga, true reads. Yun lang ang nakukuha ni Estabilio. All of his points. No set plays. And as we see here at the replay, what a finish by Charles Estabilio.
Yeah, the defense was caught sleeping that time.
Third straight free throw miss. This time it's Jacinto Parchameno.
That's why they're down by double-digit margin, because you're not hitting your free throws and you're not playing good defense at the same time.
Coach, para lang alam ng mga nanonood sa atin, how hard it is to score 19 points na walang play na tinatawag sa'yo.
Yeah, that's how basketball IQ of Charles Estabilio. And most of the time, sa practice yan tinuturo. The way the coaches has taught their players how to read and react. Pass and cut, locate. And then whatever the defense brings you, alam na nila yung gagawin nila.
62-50 is the score. Mintis yung 3-point attempt na yun ng Santa Clara. Now they have gone cold. no, hindi na nila nakuha yung rhythm na meron sila nung ating opening half. Nung first half talagang halos lahat ng ibato nila coach pumapasok, but for
Yes.
OneBall, yung kanilang length now is starting to be a problem. JK, that's not a laughing matter para dito sa Santa Clara. It spells problem for them.
Yeah, you mentioned the length, and look at those players. Talagang J.K. Bernabe uses his length that time and his athleticism at the same time. So they're so relentless in crashing the boards.
And if I hear it correctly, Coach, another player for Santa Clara, fourth personal foul. Kung tama ang bilang ko, 3 na yan.
That's what they hurt it. They hurt them into sa third quarter. The 2 players saddled by 4 fouls, and then maaga silang na penalty. That's why nagbago yung complexion ng game. Yung defense nila medyo lumamya, yung energy lumamya, and that shifted the momentum to OneBall GUIMBA, and they took advantage of it.
Yung kaninang mga ganong drives, Coach, pumapasok yun eh. But this OneBall squad, kumbaga sensing that this team of Santa Clara, they're in trouble right now.
Yes, indeed.
Kaya they're now going for the kill as late here in the third quarter para pagdating ng fourth, malaki na ang kanilang kalamangan. But this is a big 3. Offensive rebound. It will be taken away after that steal.
Yeah, nawala talaga yung focus dito ng Santa Clara SUNROCKS.
Ino for 3.
Adding an insult to injury. Ino Garcia draining that 3-pointer, and another one, a steal and a point.
What a sprint by this OneBall squad.
And another one.
Steal to beat the buzzer. Garcia,
Oh.
7 straight points. What a show by Ino Garcia. That was 7 straight points, Coach Pancho, to end the third.
Right, there's a lot of salt to be rubbed into the wound. Grabe.
What a performance by this OneBall GUIMBA squad. Here's our highlights, Coach Pancho. Talk through us what happened.
Yeah, that was a big third quarter eruption by the OneBall GUIMBA. Lots of players have contributed. It started with the defense, and then the energy, has been picked up to another notch dito, and everybody's contributing from transition plays, from outside shots, from a lot of end one plays. That's why what a big third quarter for Team OneBall GUIMBA. That's why this is the score, Baron.
72-50, fourth quarter action coming up next.
You were still tuning here at Milko Sports God Skills Basketball Talent ID 2026. After his injury, Cedric Reyes, one of the key players and the team captain of Santa Clara SUNROCKS, said that he is now ready to be back and redeem himself from the league. Nasabi nga ni Cedric na after nang nangyari sa kanya last time, that led him to stay on the bench after second quarter. Naging motivation nga raw niya ito para sa pagbabalik niya. Dagdag pa ni Cedric, excited nga raw daw siya for today's game. That's why he want to do better and be better para sa mga susunod pang laro. And he's very optimistic for their win for today's game. Back to the gentleman.
Thank you, Rain Martinez, our courtside reporter. They need a lot of optimism here, Coach Pancho. 34 points to 11.
Yep.
Yun yung quarter scores natin at the third quarter.
Yep, and counting
And
like that.
counting.
So they continue to make a run right here. So that was a huge third quarter spurt by the Team OneBall GUIMBA. And yun nga sinasabi ko kanina, if you remember, third quarter is the most pivotal quarter for every ball game. This is where and when you create a run. Yun ang nangyari. At 34, Santa Clara
36.
gave up 34 points at third quarter, and then they were limited to just 11 points. So that really hurt them due to of course, those key players, into foul trouble, then early penalty. That's what happened, Baron.
Grabe yung run na yun. Again, we are live here inside West Green Hills Clubhouse basketball court, for Milko Sports Cut Skills. Again, Baron Mercado, Coach Pancho Alfonso. Grabe yung third quarter na yun, especially on that last run as another bomb hits that time. Estabilio that time, no? Number 5 naman para sa kanila, Andre Estabilio. Sees his first minute, nakascore agad.
Oo, so grabe, kanina isang Estabilio yung nagpapahirap, ngayon dumagdag pa si Andre.
Gerald Aquino. Gusto nga bawiin yung nangyari sa kanila dun sa
Oo.
late on that third quarter, no? Garcia caught fire, Coach Pancho, 7 straight points.
Yes.
Kumbaga, that's unforgivable if you are Santa Clara. Patapos na lang yung quarter, 7 straight agad, mas lalong lumaki yung kanilang kalamangan as Garan will be called for that foul.
Yeah, that could be the turning point. That 7-0 run to end the third quarter in a span of less than a minute nangyari, or not even a minute, less than 30 seconds nangyari yun, yung 7-0 run na yun.
And looking to answer and make some run ay itong Santa Clara. Tulad nga ng sabi mo, Coach, talagang yung third quarter. No, if they look at the tape and they have the stat sheets at the end of the game and they look at the quarter scores, doon nila malalaman na yung third quarter na yon really has done a lot of damage for them. Dahil kanina, dikit na tayo.
Yep.
The largest lead of the game was at 5.
Yeah, you've been, keep on mentioning that this game is different from the previous games because close ball game. Lopsided yung first three games na kinoffer natin, but until that third quarter.
Until that third quarter. Kumbaga, Santa Clara, no, kahit meron silang 1-point lead, they still took the lead. They still had a 1-point advantage, pero grabe naman yung responde. 34 big points on that third quarter, now resulting to this 19-point lead.
Yeah, and look at the aggressiveness of the blue shirt. You know, they still continue to hustle. They still continue to crash the boards. They still continue to control the ball game.
And the majority of these players, Coach Pancho, yung mga bench players pa nila.
And what really hurt them most ito Santa Clara was those outside shooting ng WANBOL GUIMBA. Talagang yun yung pangdiin eh. They will make a mini run and then magkakaroon ng 3 points sa kabila.
Bernabe looks to join that outside shooting party. Hindi papasok. Still a 17-point lead. Kaya pa for Santa Clara, but they need to act quick. I don't know how to explain that shot by Gerald Aquino, but it went in. I was speechless at that time. Lead is cut to 15. Ramil will give it dito kay Ino Garcia.
But they're not putting any ball pressure. That's what I'm waiting for them.
7 quick points. Yun na yung pressure na hinahanap mo, Coach Pancho. Can they get that steal? Not yet. Estabilio to beat the buzzer. That won't fall. A chance to run for Santa Clara. Looking to cut this one to 13.
Again, turnovers. Turnovers, Baron.
A lot of turnovers. So look at this attack. Papasok yan para dito kaya Seth Villanueva. Again, Villanueva, Aquino, Conel. Sila yung tatlong talagang bumubuhat para dito sa Santa Clara. And they need those three to really work extra hard right now. As you can notice now, Coach Pancho, binabagalan na ng WANBOL yung kanilang laro.
Yes, and that's why kailangan i-pressure ng Santa Clara. But the way I see it, talagang wala. Nanonood lang sila, nakatayo lang sila. And the only player that is moving, bumabantay ng may hap ng bola.
A 15-point advantage of plus 10 na yung kalamangan dito from a low as 5, now up by 10 as that 3-point bomb detonates para kay Gerald Aquino. He's looking to will his team here. Has 5 points already in the fourth timeout is called. 76-61. (76-61), 5 minutes 19 to go. Coach Pancho, if you are Santa Clara, ano yung kailangan mong gawin dito para makadikit at makuha ulit yung momentum na nawala sa'yo?
Continuous ball pressure and quick baskets.
Let's just see if that will be the case here. Quick basket, nice pass, a jumper is good.
Just like that.
Vesagas has entered the scoring column once again.
But they're not pressuring the ball. Of course, OneBall will use the time into their advantage.
Again, the winner of this game will advance to the Elite 8. No, tatlong
Yes.
teams na ang nakapasok. Only 8 teams will advance out of 16 na naglalaro in this game day. Kaya tayo merong 8 game schedule today, Coach Pancho.
Right.
Dahil at the end of this day, malalaman natin ang ating mga Elite 8 members. Prince Talastas just slicing, dicing, and making that basket.
Yeah, they always give up the middle. That's a no-no. Yung middle drive, dapat sasarhan mo yun.
Kanina si Estabilio, si Bernabe, tapos ngayon si Talastas naman ang pumupuntos. Pero itong si Pesagas, reading those defense well. But to your point, Coach, where's the pressure on the side of Santa Clara? Talagang babagalan ni Ino to.
Yes.
As they have an advantage here, a 13-point advantage approaching the last 4 minutes.
Right. And of course, ang purpose ng ball pressure is for your opponent not to set up their play. But the way they are defending, they're allowing the team Guimba, OneBall Guimba to set up play and more importantly, uses their time as you saw that basket. Diba?
Ni Talastas. And maybe Coach Pancho, one of the reasons why they're not pressuring as meron na silang 3 player na 4 fouls. Isa gumraduate na. Itong si Andrew De Ocampo.
Yeah, but again, they should realize time is not on their side.
A big 3. Couldn't convert. A running start. Here's Ino Garcia looking for the touchdown finish. Merong pushing foul on that rebound battle.
Yeah, that was a great challenge right there by number 22.
Ito si Gerald Aquino.
Yes, preventing that fast break play.
3:20 to go.
Yeah, continue to attack.
Pesagas has been aggressive. 6 straight points.
They're just down to 11.
Oh, don't look now. It's just an 11-point lead. But they need to have that sense of urgency, Coach Pancho,
Yes.
para dito sa Santa Clara if they want to make some runs, want to cut this to single digit for the first time since that early moments ng ating third quarter. Talastas, a big one. 3 that won't go off para ikabangbang. Talastas again. Di papasok yung kanyang putback. It will be on the side once again of OneBall. Here's Bernabe. Double pumps. Uses the glass for 2.
Again, the offensive rebounding of the team OneBall Guimba.
80-6-7 ang ating score dito. Makakascore ba ulit? Hindi na. That time.
Costly misses.
Inside point won't matter. At ito na. They now realize, talking about OneBall having this advantage, a 13-point lead. They can just slow down the clock but for Santa Clara makakakuha ng isang steal.
Oh, good challenge right there.
Hindi hinayaang makakuha ng buwelo itong si Jeric Conel. Last 2 minutes tayo dito, Coach Pancho. Maybe a big shot or 2 can send OneBall to the Elite 8. Again, napakaganda nung tawag sa mga magka-qualify on that next phase, no? Elite 8.
Elite 8.
Malalaman natin yung first 4 teams na magka-qualify. As you see, this Bernabe acrobatic shot. Kisses it off the glass. Lead now has been steady at 13 points, 80-6-7. We'll be right back. .point advantage. 1:43 ang ating oras dito. All love dito sa Milko Sports Got Skills Basketball Under 16 round of 16. From 16 teams, we will cut it to 8 yung magka-qualify sa ating next round. The loser will play into the classification round,
Yeah,
I should say. And Aquino has been this player for Santa Clara.
Yeah, ito. Down to 10 dito.
Still possible.
Binalik na dito si Charles Estavillo.
Kung hindi mag-iinit, or hindi mag-iingat, I should say.
Oo.
Itong one ball, pwede pang maibabato to at least 7 points.
Yes.
And there's that ball pressure na hinahanap mo kanina pa sana, Coach
Oo.
Pancho. Talastas with a miss.
Ito, they still have a chance, but they need to do it quickly.
Yun ang isasabi mo nga recipe for success for them. A miss follow-up is there. 8-point lead.
Yeah, wait.
So kapit tayo dito. Let's see if they can force their turnovers. Talking about itong Santa Clara. Nakakawala or makakawala itong si Charles Estavillo. It is on the side once again. Talastas. Bibigay dito kay Bernabe. Sends it to Ino Garcia. Final 48 seconds. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Bernabe!
Oh.
Almost a poster. Now leaking out to cut this one to 8. Aquino has been the heart and soul of this team.
They're not done yet, Baron.
We are not yet done. 8 seconds to go. And a quick foul para dito kay Gerald Aquino.
Yeah, so the official score is 80 to 74. Just a 6-point lead with still 35.5. 2-possession ball game pa to.
Sayang yung buwelo na. Kala ko papakita.
Dapat to nilay-up na lang niya. Trying to make a statement.
Oo eh. A steal here. Looking to score. Cutting the lead to 4. What a reverse. Para dito kay Cedric Reyes na ni-report ni Rain kanina.
Wow.
Gustong makabawi. Final 25.
Never say die. Ito Santa Clara SUNROCKS. Oh.
Down by as much as what, Coach? 20 points?
Yep.
In the start of the fourth. Now cutting the lead to only 4.
Right. And then they're not yet in the penalty. So 1 foul to give pa.
But one player for them fouling out, I believe. I didn't see Consino, didn't hear as well. But still, Coach, 2-possession ball game.
Right, anybody's ball game right here. So a much needed basket. Important possession here for the WANBOL GUIMBA.
Again, not yet in the penalty. Or this is
Now
now.
they're on the limits right now.
They are now in the penalty.
Oh,
So Villanueva fouling out.
yeah. But again, kanina pa natin
Yan,
binabanggit
Coach,
free
ito na.
throws.
Dito na, papasok yung pinipreach namin ni Coach Pancho. Looking to ice the game and push this one to a 2-possession ball game.
Right.
Jamir Gamis splits his strip. 19 seconds to go. A tap by Ino. Pwede pa to, Coach.
Yeah. So a quick 2 or wide open 3, why not?
14.7 seconds remaining. 76 to 81.
Quick basket.
Discarte dito will look for that open. 3 by Cedric.
Oh,
That is all
that
air.
should do it.
That should do it for them. At alam na nitong Santa Clara yung kanilang faith, but gotta give them effort. Hindi sila bumitaw dito, Coach. Down by 20, cut it to as low as 4.
Yeah.
Tulad ng a previous game natin sa Eagles. This is also a sign of concern for this WANBOL GUIMBA. You're up big na ibaba sa 4. And sabi mo nga, merong psychological effect ito.
Right. No, almost a meltdown for the team WANBOL GUIMBA, but for Santa Clara SUNROCKS Construction, yeah, a well-deserved fight right there. But I'm going to look back at the third quarter of this ball game. Especially, I'm preparing for the classification round. So yun yung titignan ko, yun yung babalikan ko back to the drawing board. I will check on that third quarter. I will review the film and then discuss it with the players and make those adjustments. But for Team WANBOL GUIMBA, hats up to them by that huge third quarter. So we're moving on to our next game before we go to our best player of the ball game later on.
Hoops United taking on Achilles Basketball. Ang makakasama nyo na dyan, MJ Evangelista Coach Pancho nandyan pa rin para magbantay ng mga free throws ng mga players. Coach Pancho, it's been an honor working with you for 4 games. Sana magkasama pa tayo ng maraming
Yes, of
laro.
course, and also a big honor for me as well to work with you for the first time on the side. And Baron, thank you so much for calling the action, and good luck to you, and see you in the upcoming games of this Milko Sports God Skills Basketball.
Yan, makikita at magkikita pa rin tayo, Coach. Marami pa tayong games na i-cover dito sa Milko Sports God Skills. As we are now just going to, or we are now preparing to interview yung ating best player of the game. Nahirapan ka ba, Coach, sa pagpili?
Yeah, medyo. And of course, marami ring player din na nag-stood out, but of course, he was the one who actually spearheaded that attack.
And our best player and the winning coach is with Rain Martinez. Rain.
We've just finished our game between Santa Clara x SUNROCKS Cons versus Team WANBOL GUIMBA with a final score of 81-76 in favor of Team WANBOL GUIMBA. And we have here the best player of the game, Charles Estabilio, with an amazing 20 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 blocks. Of course, Charles, congratulations in this win. Charles, we saw that this is not an easy game for Team WANBOL GUIMBA, but somewhere in the third quarter, your team got the lead. Charles, what was going through your mind during those crucial moments?
Ano lang po, nag-focus lang po kami sa depensa, tapos yung offense po, kung saan lang po dadating yun. Ayun lang po.
Thank you, Charles. Is there anyone you like to greet? Family, fans, teammate, who cheered on you today, Charles?
Shoutout po sa kay Consi Greg Port Lumang po, tapos sa mama ko, sa papa ko po, sa lolo, lola, tita ko, dito ko. Tapos shoutout po sa mga teammates ko. Yun lang po, shoutout po sa girlfriend ko kay Alana po.
Thank you, Charles. We also have here one of the coaches of Team WANBOL. Coach, of course, congratulations on this big win. Coach, what can we expect from Team WANBOL now that you enter the Elite 8?
Expect nyo lang po sa WANBOL na mas iigihan pa po nila yung kanilang paglalaro, masisipagan po nila bawat quarter. Talagang ibubuhos po ng mga batang taga-Gimba ang kanilang paglalaro.
Thank you, Coach. Is there anyone you like to greet to the fans who cheered to the Team WANBOL Gimba today, Coach?
Yan po, I would like to go greet our Mayor Galapon, Councilor Greg Fort Lumang, at sa lahat po ng sumusuporta na kababayan po namin sa Gimba. Sinashoutout ko rin yung family ko, Barawid family, ayun po, tsaka yung girlfriend ko.
Thank you, Coach. Again, you are still tuning in here at Milko Sports God Skills Basketball Talent ID 2026. Coming up next is the battle between Hoops United versus Achilles.